My beloved child, there is a quiet reason this very moment feels different from all the others you have hurried through. You were not searching for this message by accident, and this message was not waiting for just anyone. Before another thought pulls your attention away, remain here for a little longer, because something gentle has been unfolding around your life with such patience that it could easily be mistaken for ordinary days. Yet ordinary moments often become the doorway to extraordinary understanding. Listen closely, not with anxious expectations, but with a peaceful heart that is willing to notice what it may have overlooked. There are seasons when answers arrive through noise, and there are seasons when they arrive through stillness. This is one of those quieter seasons. Imagine a calm light appearing before sunrise, not demanding to be noticed, yet impossible to ignore once your eyes adjust. That is how hope has been approaching you. It has not been rushing. It has been waiting for the exact moment when your heart could finally recognize it. Archangel Michael's message is not about fear or urgency for its own sake. It is about awareness. It is about realizing that even while you questioned your direction, unseen encouragement continued walking beside you. Have you noticed how certain memories have returned recently without explanation? Have you wondered why familiar thoughts suddenly feel different, almost as if they are asking you to see them from a new perspective? Those quiet changes are not interruptions. They are invitations to grow beyond the version of yourself that believed every answer had to arrive all at once. Don't skip this moment, because every sentence is gently placing another piece into a picture that is becoming clearer with every passing breath. Sometimes the greatest reassurance is not discovering something completely new. Sometimes it is finally understanding what has been present all along. There is strength within you that remained unnoticed because you were too busy measuring yourself against yesterday. There is peace preparing to enter places that once felt uncertain because your heart has slowly become ready to receive it. Stay till the end, because something important is waiting for you, and it is arriving one quiet step at a time rather than all at once. Imagine standing beside a calm river at sunrise. The water does not hurry toward the sea, yet it never loses its direction. In the same way, your path has not stopped simply because progress has felt invisible. Growth often happens beneath the surface long before it becomes visible to anyone else. The encouragement surrounding you today carries that same quiet confidence. You may have thought certain delays meant you were forgotten, but perhaps they were creating the perfect space for deeper wisdom to take root. Every unexpected pause has been teaching patience. Every unanswered question has been strengthening trust. Every small step has been preparing you for a clearer horizon than you could have imagined before today. And just when it seems this message has revealed everything, another gentle realization begins to emerge, one that may completely change the way you see the days ahead. There is another detail that rarely reveals itself at the beginning of a journey, and perhaps that is why your heart was gently led this far before it could be spoken. Some moments are not meant to arrive with loud announcements. They appear quietly, waiting for someone who has learned to notice the smallest changes. You may have felt that something inside you has been shifting lately, even if you could not explain it. A conversation that lingered in your thoughts longer than expected. A peaceful feeling that appeared without a reason. A dream that stayed with you after the morning began. None of these moments needed to force your attention. They simply waited until you were ready to understand that every meaningful transformation begins within before it is ever seen around you. Stay with this message a little longer, because another layer is about to unfold, and it may connect pieces of your story that once seemed unrelated. Archangel Michael's encouragement is gentle, yet deeply personal. It reminds you that your greatest strength has never been found in how quickly you reach a destination, but in how faithfully you continue walking when the destination is still hidden beyond the horizon. That quiet perseverance has become part of your character without you even realizing it. Every challenge that taught you patience also taught you compassion. Every unanswered question expanded your wisdom. Every moment you chose hope instead of giving up quietly reshaped your future in ways that could not yet be measured. Perhaps you have been waiting for one unmistakable sign while overlooking dozens of smaller ones that have faithfully appeared along the way. The peaceful thought that arrived at just the right moment. The unexpected encouragement from someone you did not expect. The calm that settled over your heart after a difficult day. These are not random interruptions. They are gentle reminders that light often arrives in simple ways before it shines brightly enough for everyone to notice. Don't skip what comes next, because the message is becoming even more personal now. There are opportunities approaching that may not look extraordinary at first glance. They may appear as ordinary conversations, quiet decisions, or simple moments of reflection. Yet hidden within those ordinary moments are choices capable of changing the direction of your future with remarkable grace. The heart that learns to recognize quiet guidance is often the heart that discovers extraordinary peace before anyone else understands why. You are being invited to slow your thoughts just enough to notice what has been patiently waiting for your attention all along. Something important is waiting for you, not because it suddenly appeared today, but because today may finally be the moment your heart is prepared to recognize it. And just beyond this realization, another unexpected truth is ready to unfold, one that may help you understand why this message found you at exactly the right time. Just when it feels as though every hidden piece has already been placed before you, another quiet realization begins to emerge, one that could not have been understood until this very moment. Some messages are never meant to arrive all at once because the heart absorbs truth differently than the mind. It welcomes one gentle step, then another, allowing each insight to settle before the next one appears. That is why you have been guided this far. Not to rush toward an ending, but to experience a transformation that unfolds with calm purpose. If you have remained here from the beginning, you may already sense that this is becoming less about searching for answers outside yourself and more about recognizing the quiet strength that has been growing within you all along. Stay till the end, because the next few moments may connect everything you have been feeling in a way you did not expect. Archangel Michael's message now turns toward something deeply personal. There have been times when you believed your progress had stopped simply because nothing dramatic seemed to be happening. Yet beneath every quiet season, unseen preparation continues. Think of a tree during the colder months. From a distance, it appears unchanged, but beneath the surface its roots continue reaching deeper, preparing for the season when new life will become visible. Your journey has carried that same hidden rhythm. While you wondered whether anything was changing, your patience was becoming stronger. Your perspective was becoming clearer. Your ability to recognize peace instead of confusion was quietly expanding. What once felt like waiting was, in truth, preparation. What once felt like silence was making room for a clearer understanding that could never have been heard through constant noise. Perhaps there is one question you have carried for longer than anyone realizes. You may never have spoken it aloud, yet it has followed you through ordinary days and quiet nights alike. Instead of giving you a simple answer, this message offers something even more valuable, a new way of seeing the question itself. Sometimes clarity does not arrive because circumstances suddenly change. Sometimes clarity arrives because your heart begins looking through a different window. The same path that once seemed uncertain now reveals gentle opportunities you could not have noticed before. The same future that once appeared distant begins to feel surprisingly close, not because it rushed toward you, but because you quietly grew strong enough to walk toward it with confidence. Don't skip this final thought, because it carries a gentle reminder that many people overlook. Every meaningful chapter begins long before anyone realizes it has started. One peaceful decision. One hopeful thought. One moment of choosing faith over frustration. These small moments gather together until they become the foundation of an entirely new season. You are closer to that season than you think. Not because time is running out, but because your heart is becoming ready to recognize what has already been approaching. Something important is still waiting for you, and the next part will reveal why this moment feels so perfectly timed, as though every step before today was quietly leading you toward a single unforgettable realization that a gentle shift is happening now, almost too quiet to notice unless you have remained present through every word. The message has never been about racing toward an answer. It has been about allowing your heart to awaken to something it has sensed for far longer than your mind could explain. There are moments in life when everything appears unchanged on the outside, yet inside, an entirely new chapter has already begun. This is one of those moments. If you have stayed with this journey, then perhaps you are beginning to recognize that the greatest confirmations rarely arrive with noise. They arrive with peace. A peace that settles so naturally that you suddenly realize you are no longer carrying the weight you once held every single day. Stay till the end, because another beautiful piece is about to fall into place, and it may become the very reminder you needed today. Archangel Michael now invites you to look back, not with regret, but with fresh understanding. Think about the doors that closed before you were ready to let them go. Think about the plans that unfolded differently than you imagined. At the time, they may have seemed confusing, even disappointing. But what if those moments were quietly protecting your path while preparing you for something that required a stronger heart and a clearer spirit? Not every delay is a denial. Sometimes a delay creates the space where wisdom quietly grows. Sometimes a different direction reveals opportunities that could never have appeared on the road you expected to travel. This realization changes everything, because it replaces frustration with gratitude and uncertainty with quiet confidence. There is also something remarkable about the way hope returns. It rarely announces itself. It simply begins to appear in ordinary places. A conversation that leaves you smiling long after it ends. A new idea that arrives unexpectedly. A peaceful morning that feels lighter than the ones before it. These moments may seem small, but together they become unmistakable signs that your perspective is changing. And when your perspective changes, the world around you begins to feel different as well. You start noticing possibilities where you once saw obstacles. You begin recognizing kindness that previously went unnoticed. You discover strength that has quietly lived inside you all along. Don't skip what comes next, because this message is gently revealing that the transformation you have been waiting to witness has already begun from within. Now imagine standing at the edge of a beautiful sunrise. The sky does not change all at once. One color softly welcomes another until the darkness naturally gives way to light. Your life is moving through that same beautiful transition. You do not have to force it. You do not have to hurry it. Every day is adding another color to the picture that is being painted with remarkable care. Something important is waiting for you, not at the end of a distant road, but within the choices you make with hope, patience, and quiet trust today. And as this gentle light continues to grow brighter, another deeply personal revelation is waiting just beyond the horizon, one that will make everything you have heard so far feel even more meaningful. There is one final layer that has been waiting with remarkable patience, and perhaps it could only be revealed after every thought before this had found its place within your heart. Imagine opening a window after a long season indoors. The landscape outside has been there all along, but suddenly you notice details you had never seen before. The colors appear brighter. The air feels lighter. Nothing changed in an instant except your ability to truly see it. That is what this moment is inviting you to experience. Not a dramatic interruption, but a quiet awakening. If you have stayed with this message until now, you have already taken the first step towards seeing your own journey through new eyes. Stay with these final moments, because something important is waiting for you, and it has been gently drawing closer from the very beginning. Archangel Michael's message is simple, yet deeply meaningful. Do not underestimate the quiet moments that seem too ordinary to matter. The next encouraging conversation, the unexpected feeling of peace, the small decision to keep moving forward with kindness instead of doubt, these moments may become the turning points you remember long after today has passed. Great changes often begin with gentle choices repeated faithfully over time. You have been looking for a single extraordinary sign, but perhaps heaven has been placing many small reminders along your path, each one encouraging you to keep walking with confidence. When those reminders come together, they create a picture far more beautiful than any single moment ever could. Look at how far you have already come. There were days when you wondered whether your efforts were making any difference at all. Yet here you are, still growing, still learning, still carrying hope even when the road was uncertain. That quiet resilience is not something everyone possesses. It has been shaped through patience, strengthened through reflection, and refined through every season that invited you to become a little wiser than before. The person you are becoming is already prepared for opportunities that the version of you from yesterday could not yet recognize. That is why today's message feels different. It is meeting you at exactly the point where preparation and possibility begin to walk together. Don't skip this closing thought, because it may stay with you long after the screen fades. Whenever you begin to question whether you are moving in the right direction, remember the sunrise. It never argues with the night. It simply continues rising until light naturally fills the sky. Let your heart follow that same peaceful rhythm. Continue choosing hope over hurry. Continue choosing gratitude over comparison. Continue believing that every quiet step has value, even when its purpose is not immediately visible. Something important has been waiting for you, not as a distant reward, but as a deeper understanding that your journey has never been without purpose. And as you carry this quiet confidence into the moments ahead, you may begin noticing that the encouragement you were searching for was gently surrounding you all along, patiently waiting for the moment your heart was ready to receive it. Just when your heart begins to settle into this quiet understanding, another gentle truth comes into view. Some of the most meaningful moments in life do not arrive because everything around you suddenly changes. They arrive because something within you becomes calm enough to recognize what has been there all along. Pause for a moment and consider how different you are from the person you were a year ago. The world may not have noticed every small step, but your spirit has been growing in ways that cannot always be measured. Every kind decision, every patient response, every moment you chose hope instead of discouragement has quietly become part of the foundation beneath your feet. Stay till the end, because this final reflection may become the one you remember long after today. Archangel Michael's encouragement now becomes even more personal. You have spent enough time wondering whether you were falling behind. The truth is that every path has its own rhythm, and comparison has a way of hiding the beauty of your own progress. While you were looking at someone else's destination, you almost overlooked the remarkable distance you had already traveled yourself. There are gifts within your life that are still unfolding. Some will arrive as unexpected opportunities. Others will appear through peaceful conversations, fresh ideas, or moments of clarity that seem to come without warning. Welcome them with an open heart rather than hurried expectations. The quiet mind often notices blessings that a restless mind walks past without seeing. There is another reason this message found you today. It is reminding you that encouragement is not only something you receive, it is also something you carry. Your kindness has reached people without you realizing it. Your patience has inspired someone who never found the words to tell you. Your quiet faithfulness has become a light that others notice even when you believe no one is watching. Never assume that small acts have small impact. The gentlest ripple can travel farther than the one who created it ever imagines. Something important is waiting for you, and perhaps it begins with recognizing that your presence already matters more than you know. As this part comes to a close, let one peaceful thought remain with you. Tomorrow does not have to be perfect to be meaningful. You do not need every answer before taking your next step. Continue moving forward with calm confidence, knowing that wisdom grows one choice at a time, peace grows one moment at a time, and hope grows every time you decide not to give up on the good that is still unfolding. The journey is not ending here. Another beautiful layer is still waiting to be revealed, and the next part will uncover why the quiet moments ahead may hold more significance than you ever expected. Now the journey comes to its quiet conclusion, not with loud promises or dramatic endings, but with a gentle certainty that has been growing from the very first moment you arrived here. If you have walked through every part of this message, then you already know that the greatest gift was never hidden in a single sentence. It was hidden in the steady unfolding of hope, one peaceful step after another. There is something beautiful about reaching the end of a path only to discover it is also the beginning of another. This moment is exactly that. What felt like an ending is quietly becoming a new beginning, and your heart is ready to recognize it. Take a slow breath and allow this final message to settle within you, because it was never meant to rush past your life. It was meant to remain with you long after these words have faded. Archangel Michael's final encouragement is simple. Carry peace wherever you go. The world will always have moments of uncertainty, but your heart does not have to be shaped by uncertainty. Let it be shaped by kindness. Let it be guided by wisdom. Let it be strengthened by patience. Every sunrise reminds you that light returns without asking for permission. Every new morning quietly whispers that another opportunity has arrived to begin again with gratitude and courage. You do not need to have every answer today. You only need the willingness to take the next faithful step, trusting that clarity often meets those who continue moving forward with hope. Perhaps one day you will look back on this ordinary moment and realize it was never ordinary at all. It may become the day you chose calm instead of worry. The day you decided to believe that your story was still unfolding with purpose. The day you stopped measuring your life by how quickly everything happened and started appreciating how deeply you were growing. Real transformation rarely announces itself. It quietly changes the way you think, the way you speak, the way you respond, and eventually, the way you experience the world around you. That is the lasting gift of this message, not a prediction, but a perspective that continues bringing light long after the words are gone. As you continue your journey, remember this: whenever life becomes busy or uncertain, the quiet moments are never empty. They are often filled with gentle reminders, fresh wisdom, unexpected encouragement, and peaceful direction waiting to be noticed. Return to stillness when you need clarity. Return to gratitude when you need strength. Return to hope when you need courage. Each time you do, you will discover that the same quiet presence that guided you today is ready to meet you again. And so this message gently comes to rest with one final reminder: your path has value, your growth has meaning, and your future is being shaped one faithful step at a time. Walk forward with confidence. Speak with kindness. Choose peace whenever you can. Keep your heart open to moments of quiet wonder, because they often become the memories that change us the most. May every new day remind you that light continues to rise, hope continues to grow, and your story is still unfolding in beautiful and meaningful ways.